My why is because I believe every single person deserves to be heard. That every single person has greatness within them. So I got my friend back there I was hitting the weights this morning with. I told him the story. He said, I lost my mom when I was 19. It's that type of story that if you share who you are, that's the connection, your authenticity. So how are we paying attention to what we desire? Well, that's why when we talk about clarity, why clarity is so important, that you know who you are, you know how you want to measure your interactions, and you know how you're going to measure success. Without that, you guys are toast. You need that clarity.
Nadia, you have launched a new program called I Transform Me. Why is this program so important?
I Transform Me is very important because today we are navigating the challenges, the disruption of the digital age, meaning we are going from the industrial age to the digital age. And we are in the infancy of the digital age with all the new digital technologies happening. And we need more innovative people to really lead and create the digital world. And we need leaders. We have so many different roles for everyone to take to shape this digital world. And innovation is one of the key aspect, and we need people to be more innovative. We need people to be more agile. For example, in I Transforming, the logo is a lion head, and the lion head, it's the word agile. What it means, if you see any lion, if a lion is running very fast, it's not just that it's very fast, but if anything happened that it must change the direction, it quickly change direction, it adjusts. That's the agility of this animal. And we need people to not only be creating, be adopting, but as well to change anything that could happen, because what's happening is that change is very constant now, because digital technology changed so fast that we need people to quickly adapt and adjust their course. And today in organizations, many people are so used to work the way they used to work for the industrial age, except that it doesn't work today for the digital age. We get a lot of failure in digital transformation. We get a lot of failure in adopting new technology. And today as well, with artificial intelligence coming in, a lot of people are losing their job, not because artificial intelligence is smarter than them. No, it's because they need to understand that artificial intelligence is there to complete them. And they need to use much part of the brain that they are not using, because we barely use 10% of our brain. So we need to keep learning. We need to delegate some of our tasks, and artificial intelligence should complement our brain and not replace it. It's important for people in organization to learn to be innovative, learn to be agile, and adopt the new digital age and create and evaluate, because there are so many opportunities waiting for us to grab them.
So
that's why I
people
Transform
afraid
Me
of?
is important.
Yeah, it's so important. So what are people afraid of, Nadia? There's a lot of fear in adopting new technology. What's the fear, and how do we address that?
There are a lot of fear. I create a formula, digital transformation success formula, and one of the factor is fear. And that's what happened in people's brain, because when there is change, the human brain is made to be conscious of its surrounding, what we are familiar with or routine. But when there is change, it's like the warning. It was a way to protect us from danger in nature. But today, change should be seen as something to embrace. So naturally, our human brain is fearful of change. So we need to adopt personal growth. We need to overcome that fear because often this fear is not real. At some point, we need to be conscious what's real, what's not real. There are some strategies that we need to put in place when we experience this fear. We need to learn about risk management. We need to learn about change management. But by all means, we should keep innovating. We should keep adapting. We should keep moving forward. We cannot let fear stop us. And there are many different types of fear. Fear of losing their job, fear of not being seen professionally, not being capable of working the way we used to. For example, there are people who study, who spend a lot of money studying for a profession. And then by the time they finish, it's like the profession is disrupted. So now they have to reinvent themselves. Or maybe after a couple of years, the way they were supposed to work, they cannot work like that because artificial intelligence is going to take over. But the thing is that they need to keep learning on how to create a new team. The new team is the digital intelligence, it's the human and the machine. So that's mean the human and the artificial intelligence to deliver something greater and better than what we normally anticipated. And that's the digital intelligence today. So we need people to really learn to overcome their fears, and there are different type of fears, and that's one of the thing I put in my book, Leveraging Digital Transformation, the different faces of fear, because there are many other faces of fear that we do not see as fear, and people who are fearful do not always act like that. No, there are many different way people react. It's really fear leading them, and we need to master that in order to be successful in this digital age.
I 100% agree. That's phenomenal summation. And so what are some of the strategies that people can deal with in handling fear? And the second part of the question is, well, let's just answer that. Just throw out a couple strategies on how we can identify and move through fear.
Okay, great. Well, that's part of the program already, but I'm going. You asked me to give some nuggets. So fine, let's do that. Well, in the digital age, there is a lot of noise out there. Everybody knows, everybody is expert on social media today. And that's mean there is a lot of noise. We are overfed with so much information by all means. So it's noisy. So in that context, people can be more confused, not knowing what you do. It's like I may have one be fearful of something, but I check there's so many opinion about it. So it can be confusing. Mm-hmm. One thing we need to do when we are fearful is not just go out there looking for answer. What we need is to retreat. We need to go inside. We need to go inside. We need to be mindful. You heard about the term mindfulness. We need to practice mindfulness, meaning clearing our mind so that we are not confused. Clearing our mind, okay? And whatever we are going to do, whatever we are going to say, whatever we are going to learn, so it's not going to be an emotional reaction. You see, by clearing our mind first, which is practicing mindfulness, positivity, knowing that everything is fine in the world, there is a lot of abundance, and that the fear, we need to manage that fear, whether it's emotional, we need to manage it first to be mindful, okay? And then, second thing, you identify the fear. Is it real or it's not real? And I give some different tactics to realize whether it's real or if it's simply we are fearful because of what we learn, because what we've seen, because of belief or habits sometimes that are not even real or that someone else passed to us. If the fear is based on something, on fact, it's real, because most of the time it's not. So we need to learn about risk management and change management. First, we prime our brain to accept the change, embrace the change, accept it. And when we embrace the change, in everything there is risk. Then we put our priorities, and then we need to learn risk management. And when we take a risk, there is the possibility for it to happen, for bad things to happen. There is possibility for good things or great things to happen. And we need to plan what if the bad thing happen, what our contingency, how we are going to respond. First, we limit it. We limit it from happening. So it can be control, measure, put things in place to limit it from happening. But if despite it all, it happened, we need to have contingency in place. Here is how we're going to process. But that should not stop us from taking risk, because that's life, you know. And the only thing is that no matter how much we plan, we do not control the universe. You know, there are many things we plan for that do not happen, and there are many things we didn't plan for, it happened. That's why we need to be. So there is a quote, I don't remember it very well. It's in my book, but vaguely I remember, when we plan, we do not we it's not for the plan we produce that we plan. It's for to be prepared. The preparation, putting creating the plan, that's what most important. Because if what we plan for happen or do not happen, it's easier. We know what other alternative we can take. The preparedness is very important, because the plan will change. But if we are not prepared, that's when we are in trouble.
So true. Yes, it's so key. I love that. And this is the same thing, the same conversation I have in my coaching and as a personal development coach. So it's so paralleled and so similar, and it's so powerful. So the I Transform Me program, who is that for, Nadia? Who should be signing up and being like, I'm ready? This is for me.
I Transform Me is good for any professional, regardless whether they are the executives, the leaders, the team member. It's for anyone who's professional, specifically for any professional, because we have to adjust to a new workplace, and as well, our life is changing. It's beneficial for anyone, but the focus is for really people in the workplace. People who need to, there are many people as well who have lost their job, who need to reinvent themselves and need to find new solutions for their career, for their life, especially everyone that is touched by change in the digital age. And everybody is touched. But if in your profession, if you're touched in your profession, then the impact is bigger for you. And as well, anyone in the workplace need to adjust regardless. And this is for them, for every professional, regardless of the sector, regardless of the profession, regardless of the age. Although the millennial, the young ones, they have more facility than us because they didn't get to know much of the industrial age. It's everything. It's like they were born with the technology. They
Yes.
navigate change better than us,
Right.
who were more already attached. We knew another reality, but it's for everyone.
Right. It's so great. And one last question, if that I think is very interesting. Why are people so afraid of AI, and what can you say to them to quell the fear?
Well, I know a lot of people before AI, they are afraid of technology. Again, that's part of the fear. Some people, like, it's technology, it's not my area. I know a lot of businessmen, businesswomen, even those who are using technology, but nobody is afraid to use their smartphone. Well, not today. So it's as easy. So people should not be afraid of artificial intelligence, because it's just like the smartphone. And without realizing, they're already using artificial intelligence long ago without them realizing. However, I guess where it gets more scary, it's when it changed their profession. It's when some jobs or some tasks they used to do now can be delegated to artificial intelligence. Especially today with open AI, where with generative AI, there are many tasks like writing, translating. There are many of those tasks. What used to take us, let's say, a week to do, and with a large team, so you can do it in one day with a team or without a team. Anything related to graphic design as well, because we use artificial intelligence now to complement us. So that's why we need to reinvent who we are. We need to reinvent our workplace, because the new digital intelligence, it's not human, it's not machine. So artificial intelligence is not there to replace human, and human cannot do the work that artificial intelligence do. So it's the new digital intelligence, which is the intelligence of the digital age. It's human and machine. So instead of being fearful of losing job and let go and give up, it's about how you're going to reinvent yourself with the help of artificial intelligence to be the new intelligence in your profession.
To
That's
help you
what's
be,
necessary.
yeah, it's so good. And it's helping you, it's a tool. It's no different from
Yes.
this being a tool of our own transformation. And I think that
Yes.
that is really a lot of what you dig into in your program. And I think it's going to be incredibly helpful. We'll definitely be
Yes.
sharing the
So
information
one thing,
for sure for
yes,
this.
I would like to add what's important is the learning. You
Mhm.
know, some people think the learning was over, they finished school. And that's what I was telling earlier about the teacher who told me, don't think after your MBA you are done learning.
Mhm.
So that's the idea that people need to understand that life is a learning journey. So, and learning doesn't have to be going to school. It could be now listening to an audiobook or reading a book. So it's that idea, that mindset people need to have that it should be a continuous learning journey. And today, learning technology make it easier, and that's how we self-transform.
So I'm looking forward to partnering with you to helping ignite people's curiosity, because I think that's what we're in our biggest trouble, is that people lack curiosity because they're not on the pursuit of excellence, they're on the pursuit of pleasure. And I think that's one of the problems with technology, is it's put us on the dopamine hunt, and people aren't used to things being challenging and giving
Mhm.
up too easy. So I'm looking forward to addressing that conversation with you as we move together in our relationship. And I'm just grateful that we've had this time, and looking forward to sharing you with my audience. And thank you again, Nadia. I so appreciate these conversations, and I look forward to being part of this transformation with you.
Thank you very much, Kate. Well, you are a high performance coach and you have a great experience working with individual, with people. While myself, I've been sure I have experience working with team, but we are always focusing on the business goal. And I believe that your competency, your experience with my experience, you are going to do magic together. So I'm really looking forward to our collaboration.
Me too. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Look out, cookout. Here we come. We see the sea behind the sunset.
Yeah,
That's,
yes, definitely.
oh, that's so
Definitely.
good. I love it. Well, thank you so
Definitely.
much. And I will
And
see you soon.